and feel like
Good afternoon, you guys, and welcome to Kitchen Table Talk Live with Spillaboy TV. Hey, Newbiology, what's going on? Hey, Carolyn, listen. This is going to be a different type of kitchen table talk. Well, not different from me, but different from what we generally do over here. But we're going to take a blast into my past, and we're going to talk about some of my growing up. Some fun stuff from me growing up, just some stuff that maybe you didn't know. Some of the strange things that actually makes me Spillaboy TV. And also, I'm going to introduce you guys to what I'm actually calling the Weird Sandwich Challenge. So, listen, without any further ado, let's get on down into what it is that we do over here. As I said before, good afternoon, you guys, and welcome to Kitchen Table Talk Live. Listen, Alexander Rogers, what's up, baby? Hey, Fifi, hey, G. My favorite weird sandwich is hot wings on a bagel with cream cheese. That ain't weird, Alex. Well, putting it in the sandwich form. Putting it in a sandwich form is kind of weird because what about the bones, Alex? But the cream cheese and the bagel with the hot wing is actually brilliant because the cream cheese will actually cool your mouth down because that's like milk. That's just like drinking milk. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Antonia. How are you? Hey, Des. So listen, Des, I was hoping you bring your butt in here because I'm sure you can come up with something as pertains to a weird sandwich. But my weird sandwich is actually from a blast from my past. Everything today really is a blast from my past. I was on earlier this morning, hey Tanya, and I was talking about television shows and reboots and how I'm not a fan of the rebooted television show situation. I'm really not. I don't know. I've always had an issue about redoing things that are pretty much perfect. What are you redoing it for? And it happens a lot with movies. I get irritated with movies when it seems as though they're rebooting it for what? Just to make it more gory or to really delve into something that was kind of underlined that at the time wasn't politically correct. And I just find that to be silly when there are so many new writers and people who are trying to get on that why do we have to recreate things that were already done? We really don't have to. Right. That's why I'm not watching Fresh Prince. That's what actually got the whole conversation started. Somebody asked me about Fresh Prince, and that's what led me to this thing. Had already been writing. Literally, I had notes on this subject. I had notes on it. From days and days ago where it hit me. I had seen something about the show and I was like, I'm not watching that. And it struck me, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is one of those shows that like everybody watch. I didn't. I was not one of the, and that's my time of growing up when that was going on. I could care less about that show. And I was just that way. I think I was always a bit, and I don't want to say more mature because there's adults who actually watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but my list of television programs was a little beyond that. I was weird. Always too grown. As far back as I can remember, I was always being told that I was too grown, that I was rushing to be grown up, and I couldn't wait to be grown up for multiple reasons. Like I wanted to go party. I wanted to party, and that was that. I was like, oh, I want to go to the club, honey, because the club seemed like so much fun. Then when I got grown, I realized that being grown was nothing but expensive, Joe. It was not really a big deal. And then all the clubs and stuff that I would see my cousins, my older cousins and that going to, child, by the time I got there, they were closed. So I should have been born. My drag mother used to say that. You were born a few years too late. She used to always say, you should have been born a few years before, and then you would have been partying with us because you would have had a ball. I would have. I would have. I would have. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that today. And because this is not going to be a real long one, but we're going to talk about that today. And here's my weird sandwich challenge. Child, listen, it's what I came up with. This is something from my childhood as well. And I know y'all are like, what in the hell is that? It is grilled cheese. Listen, grilled cheese with bologna and peanut butter and jelly, all wrapped up together. I know, weird, right? But so good. And actually, I didn't create this. I actually got this from my mother. My mother, I think she probably still does it, but she would make a grilled cheese sandwich and she would put peanut butter and jelly on top of it. And it was like, girl, that is weird. And then one day I tasted it, and I was like, that's good, child. So then, I always have to flip something and put my own spin. So I slapped that piece of bologna in there. Now, my mother ain't fooling with that piece of bologna up in the sandwich, but definitely got the peanut butter and the jelly and the grilled cheese from my mom. So that's one. Exactly. It's here. Boom. You hit it right on the head. It's sweet and it's salty. And then the bologna makes it savory because you used a thick piece of bologna, of course. Hit it right on the head. But I used strawberry preservatives and what was that? Strawberry preservatives and Jif peanut butter, of course. Now, I got a new channel too. I have a new channel called Are You Hungry? I swear, I want to be putting all of my food stuff, all of my cooking videos, and if I decide to do my version of mukbang, I'll be putting them over there on the Are You Hungry channel. So make sure y'all don't miss nothing. Get your butts over there and subscribe to Are You Hungry? You got to say it like that too, because that's how the channel is. It's Are You Hungry? It has become, it became a shirt. And then it went backwards. It had merchandise before it ever became a channel. You can get your Are You Hungry shirts over at www.shaytrejour.com. Or you can go to www.spillitboytv.com and get your Are You Hungry t-shirts. It went backwards, child. The channel had merch before it even had subscribers. Get into it. I need to wear my t-shirt. Which is so good. It's good. Anyway, later on today, I'll actually drop the video of how I actually made the sandwich. I need to wear my t-shirt. Now listen, is there a link? Yes, Bob, go to my community page. You can go right to my community page. There is a link to a video that'll take you right over there. Yep, go to my community page on the Spill It Boy TV channel. Yeah, Coco. Peanut butter, jelly, bologna, and cheese. American cheese. Thank you, Jessica. But yeah, we're going to have food and fun over on that channel. I'm just moving them about. Moving stuff where it goes. Just trying to keep some stuff together. Hey, Locked and Lovely. Please try peanut butter and jelly with bacon and the fried or boy. Now, see, I do that sandwich, but just not the peanut butter and jelly. I do it with Miracle Whip. But I don't know about the egg though. But I'll try it. I'll try it. This is one in a series. It's a challenge. So I actually did it that way. That it's a challenge. Crudy. Hi, honey. How are you? I miss you too. But yeah, that's basically that's what it is. Like I said, I'm gonna drop a video. It's a short, quick video later on today of how I actually created the sandwich itself. I've done, and I'm actually going to upload my cooking videos from over on this channel and put them over onto that channel eventually. You said oxtails was their rice and pea. No, I use rice, but I don't use peas. I use rice, onions, and green peppers with my oxtails. You say, I promise it's delicious. Yeah, because I did videos of doing sandwiches the way my grandmother did them, like the roast beef sandwich and corned beef sandwich. My grandmother had a specific way that she actually made sandwiches. And I've done videos on that. My grandmother, she was real meticulous about the way her sandwiches were. Nobody make a sandwich like my grandmother. Never. Well, me, but that's it. She ain't here no more. So it's just me now. But yeah, my grandmother was real particular about the way she put together a sandwich. And for whatever reason, it was just bomb. And I say me, but nothing that I do, hey Heidi, nothing that I do tastes exactly like my grandmother's. Nothing. And my mother would be the first one to tell you that with her ignorant self. She'll be like, I know that's not it. But it's like everything, I'll do things exactly the way my grandmother did it, but it needed her to make it pop. But yeah, she had a definite way that she made sandwiches, and I did videos on that. Nobody like to make a roast beef sandwich like my grandmother because she would actually make a roast and a beef roast and then slice it down, and baby, that sandwich make your lips smack your teeth. I'm telling you, it's something serious. Are you going to see Stephanie in Pittsburgh? Listen, Spencer, you're gonna hurt my feelings all over again. I saw the billboard early last week, ran down here with my credit card, and it was sold out. And my whole heart just dropped. My whole heart dropped. Stephanie Mills will be here. What is it, next week? I'm so mad. So mad. Now I'm actually trying to think, do I want to go ahead and catch her? Because she's going to be in Cleveland. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go catch her in Cleveland like I did with Lettucey. Yeah, she sold out, Jessica. Totally sold out. Totally sold out. I was so done. I was so mad. That is the issue with not having a great Black radio station. We used to have one of the best Black radio stations with 106 Whammo. And child, there's Whammo, but it ain't what it used to be. I don't know what that is they got going on over there. But Whammo used to be the T. That's another blast from my past, honey. I never thought growing up that one day there would be no Whammo. Like, are you kidding? I remember listening to the radio and you'd be waiting on a specific song, and if something happened, you went to the bathroom or something, and that song played, you'd be mad as hell. You'd be so mad. Or if you're in the bathroom and then you hear it playing and you come flying down the steps, honey, like, oh, yes, honey, that's what I'm talking about. Or you y'all remember sitting with a tape recorder, waiting on a specific song to come on the radio so you could record it onto a cassette tape? Now I'm really aging myself, ain't I? Child, that's how you be running, honey. Trying to get back to your spot, honey. Yes, indeed. Child, 106. Whammo, honey. Or you call in, honey, and request your song, and then they play your song and say, Shaft from the north side that asked for so-and-so. It's like, oh, star. Don't be laughing at me. Y'all know y'all did it, honey. And if they called your name out on the radio, you thought you was a star, honey. I thought you was a star. That's when I got my first. I said, oh, I think I like this, honey. Folks call you like, I heard your name on the radio. I was like, oh, I need more of this. And then look, here we are. Baby. Mm-hmm. No apologies. I had tapes with DJs talking through half of the damn songs. Right. Right. I'm a huge fan of him. I've seen him in concert. Rewinding tapes with pencil. No, baby, fixing them. Fixing them. That was it. When they would unravel, and you'd be fixing it with 2 pencils, honey. Child, you know I knew how to knit and crochet. Baby, I was bad with them tapes, honey. They fix it right on back. Spiller Boy, when do you do pre-recorded videos on award shows? It's always that one clown that gotta fight me in the comments. Oh, you know what? And that's what I used to do. I used to always do my pre-record. You know, some things I never break away from. But the way the award shows are now, do you even want to talk about them half of the time? I'll be such a small piece that I talk about. Hey, James, when will you do your table scape? Oh, I was going to say, what you talking about, Carolyn? I know what you're talking about. I don't know. I will have to do that, especially for you, but I don't know. I had nothing. All I've done around this house really lately, Carolyn, is shoveling snow. You want to see? That's the only thing I've done in this house is shoveling snow. Yeah, Carolyn sent me gorgeous table settings. So yeah, we'll have to put the table all the way together. You notice I hadn't even been to the table lately. Hadn't even been to the table. I'm so tired of a shovel up. Oh, I can't wait to be able to go to the basement and put the shovel away, put the salt away, and never look at it again for what, 5-6 months? Can't wait. Can't wait. I fixed my tape with pencils and wiped them many CDs down with alcohol. Baby, I still got my CDs, Elgin, all of them. All of them. And I had 2 walls of CDs. Still got them. Still got my CD players and all that good stuff. My CD burners, all that. Ain't nobody playing. Wait, so back to Fresh Prince. How do you feel about the Good Times live? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch Good Times. I didn't watch the Jeffersons. Not interested. Not interested. The Jeffersons is Sherman Hemsley and Isabel Sanford. I don't want to see that. I just got here. What is the sandwich? Peanut butter and jelly with bologna and cheese. Grilled cheese with peanut butter and jelly. That's what it is. And I challenge you all to do it. Just, you ain't got to do a video and be live and do all like I do, but I challenge you to do a sandwich. If you don't do nothing but just do a video with the sandwich, you ain't got to do a video making the sandwich. You could do a video eating the sandwich. Or just, if you don't do videos, put it in the comments. Not these comments. Go back to the comments. You have to pull the video back up. Or go, this is what you do. Put the weird sandwich over on Are You Hungry? Put down what you use for your sandwich. And hell, if you don't want to do a video, maybe I might try it. I admit I didn't watch it either. I wasn't interested. No, and that's the thing. So like I said, my little palette for television shows was more here. And here's what I wrote. I wrote down that these were like shows. I was like separating them out, like what people would watch that I didn't watch. The Cosby Show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Everybody watched those. Everybody watched those, and I could care less. The Cosby Show, I've eventually seen all of the Cosby Show, like all of them, but I never ran to see it. Oh, damn, I'm allergic to peanuts, so I can't do this one. Well, you can take the peanut butter away. You can take the peanut butter away, Kevin. Take the peanut butter away. Now, I don't know what you're going to do about the salt, though. Well, eh, that kind of kills it. But you can take the peanut butter away. You cute. We'll let you get away with it. Don't, oh, Kevin, honey. We'll let him slide. He takes 2 bites and then he's full. So prissy. You know what? With friends like that, you don't need no enemies. You don't. It's a constant battle. Isn't that right? Supreme number 2. But I challenge you to go to your channel, as you do videos where you eat your food and you ain't gonna make. She'll make nothing. She'll order up something. So challenge. I finally threw away all my VHS tapes last year, but oh no, who does that? Girl, no ma'am. I don't finish my food, Jessica. That's real life. Listen, whatever I did live over on the other side of town, and me and my brother shared the house, I would go, when I go to restaurants, because I love to go to restaurants, I go to a restaurant and I will have my food, and really B can actually vouch for this. I literally will order extra plates and I'll take my food off of the plate and I'll eat it on the saucers, and because I'm always going to take food home. So when I lived on the other side and my brother was living in the house too, at the time that he lived there, child, he was like, what we got? What you got? He's the one always ended up eating that food, because I be done ate the appetizer, and most of the time the whole meat have a whole meal. There'd be a whole meal that got bought. Certain places I would just order him stuff and bring it to. He eat mine and his, child. I can't eat pork because of religious reasons. Oh yeah. So you could do it with like turkey, Heidi. You can change the meat. That's why I said the sandwich. The origins of the sandwich, actually, you don't have to put the meat at all, Heidi. The origins of the sandwich came from my mom. So it came from Mommy Spill It Boy. My mom used to make just regular grilled cheese, and then she would put peanut butter and jelly on top of her grilled cheese. That was the origin of the sandwich. Child, you know I'm a queen, honey. You know, a queen always got to step your cookies up. So I done always took it somewhere else. But the origins of the weird sandwich actually was just the peanut butter and jelly and the grilled cheese. That came from my mom. So yeah, you could do it like that, Heidi. And Heidi does all kind of stuff on her channel. So I'd be interested to see you do a taste test on there, Heidi. I'll come over there and see what you got going on. Well, I do anyway. I peeps my head in. I'll be riding in the bushes, child. Pork is my favorite meat. Is it now? Did you watch Maddie and Monique? I did. I knew it was going to be exactly what it was. I knew there wasn't going to be any dirt dished. I knew it was going to be what it was. A lot of information about her Netflix stuff, but I knew that little Kaya Maddie situation. I knew for a fact going in. I didn't even ask her. I didn't even ask Maddie off camera. Nothing about it. I knew she wasn't going there. I love peanut butter and fig jam with grilled cheese. That's something my grandma from the South used to eat. Listen, you know how long it's been since I had a fig Newton? Remember them? Remember fig Newtons? Them little cat. Again, blast from my past. Those, like, kids didn't really eat fig Newtons. Like, older people ate fig Newtons. Always wanted to be grown. Always wanted to be grown. I used to eat Peaches and cottage cheese. Now, who at 6 and 7 years old was eating peaches and cottage cheese? But my great grandmother used to eat it. And I don't eat no cottage cheese and nothing else after that. Well, I do lasagna a couple different ways, and there's one segment that I'll do with lasagna that I'll use cottage cheese, but that's it. Other than that, I don't mess with the stuff. JoJo, hey baby. Mwah! Yeah, cottage cheese. Come on, Kevin, now. Come on. If I'm going to let you slide on the peanut butter, you got to meet me halfway. I love peanut. You old too, Jessica. You got an old spirit. You got an old spirit, child. I ate them as a kid because my granddad always bought them. They are good. Them, and my mom also ate what was it? Ginger snaps. Them hot ass cookies. I was like, look, they were good, and I was greedy. So I was like, I said, I don't know what this is with this whole situation. It's these hot ass cookies. Why she bring these hot ass cookies in here? And the thing, my mom don't even like hot food. My grandmother's the one that eats like all the hot stuff. But ginger snaps, that's always what I remember. Like, these some hot ass cookies. They're good though. But yeah, old nasty piece of ginger snap. Hello, James. I love applesauce on the side with a bacon and fried egg sandwich with a side dab of jelly, grape jelly. Applesauce reminds me of school, like elementary school. So it's kind of like a, okay, if we must. Yeah, I get a taste for it like every 15 years. I feel like God mans pork as a response to cruelty. He was like, this goodness. You know what? You all. We like figs with goat cheese. That don't surprise me coming from you, Raw. That doesn't surprise me. Good afternoon, Brat Jr. Okay, so like I was saying with Cosby Show, that Cosby Show, I could watch it, but I wasn't going to go tune into it. A Different World was another one that everybody watched. A Different World but me. I didn't watch A Different World until after Denise was gone. I didn't like it. I literally did not like it until after Denise was gone. And then the bad part was I love Lisa Bonet, but her character, Denise, I could do without. I didn't really, I think I probably didn't really care for the Cosbys too much until after she was gone off to college. And then I didn't like A Different World till after she was gone from there. I think she just kind of, I was like, well, go away from me. Go away from me. You're extra for no reason. And then when she came back, the only thing that made us deal with her is because we all loved Olivia. I love a ginger snap, slap mine through some vanilla ice cream. Child, hot cookies with vanilla ice cream. Come on now. Eat the sandwich in my, you know what? I'm doing good, V. I'm good. Nobody liked the first season. Child, I couldn't get into it until when she went on about her business. I was like, oh, okay, now here we go. But those were like some of my, what I thought were like kid programs. My grandbutt was like, Listen, In Living Color, how many of y'all loved In Living Color? Probably all of y'all. That's how I felt about In Living Color. I love certain skits from In Living Color. But In Living Color, as a whole, it was just okay. Again, there's a respect thing there. I will never down talk it. Never. It's part of the soundtrack of my life. You know, that time period. But J-Lo came from there and a whole bunch of other folks. Tommy Davis, a bunch of them. All those weigh-ins. But Mm-mm. I love Benita Betrayal. I love uh I was gonna call him Sideshow Bob. No. Fire Marshal Bill. I hated that bum when he played that bum when Damon would play that bum with that crap in that pickle jar. He was disgusting. Like I always wanted to throw up. The whole time that skit would play, I would just want to throw up. It was just disgusting to me. I just, but y'all see that even in my real life now. Bums, me and bums just don't get it. We be knocking heads. You all drunked up and being a bum and being all ridiculous. I'll be looking at you like, it played over into my real life. I don't like no winos and bums and just unnecessary drunks. I just that ain't cute to me. Dr. Pastor J, are you hungry? Thank you for the super chat. No, Jay, it's a challenge. The sandwich is grilled cheese with bologna in the grilled cheese sandwich, and then peanut butter and jelly on top. That's a weird sandwich, right? So I'm challenging Jay. I started another channel. So Are You Hungry is actually going to be where my cooking and fun eating stuff is going to be housed at. And I'm actually just kind of it's sort of like a tag video. Like everybody keeps asking us to do tag video, me and Nika to do tag videos. Just think of it that way. It's a tag. If you make videos, by all means, take the challenge, make the weird sandwich, make a video, get in on it. If you don't, go over to Are You Hungry and type it in the comments. What is your weird sandwich? And maybe I'll try to make it and try to eat it. Luke J said, Lord, are you hungry? This is one of many weird combinations that I do. I heard of peanut butter and jelly burgers. Oh, that's no good burger. Now I'll take the chance of messing up grilled cheese or some bologna, but I don't think I'm gonna mess up no ground meat. You know how much ground meat costs now, girl? I just like when you eat, period. Okay. Okay. I'm not going nowhere with that. I'm just okay, Kevin. All right. James, did you ever do applesauce with pork chops? Absolutely. Everybody from the ghetto that had pork chops and applesauce. Everybody, I shouldn't say the ghetto. I think that's probably every black home, just in general. Then they had a pork chop and applesauce. So I don't think that's probably not a ghetto thing. That's just an old black family thing. Listen, when the haters come around, they tell me, child, that I be eating slave food. That I think that is one of the worst things that has actually been said to me the whole time that I've been on YouTube. I think, quite honestly, of the things that have been said, I think that's been one of the most repulsive things. And people like to call the F word out. I don't give a damn about the F word. But when I was told that me eating neck bones or chitlin, that you're eating slave food, that was one of the most repulsive things that I think have ever been said to me since I've been on YouTube. And that was more of me looking at them like, where do they grow you? You're a weirdo. Like, you're a complete weirdo. Like, who are you? Child, somebody get me a brick, honey. That was, yeah, just sad. Slave food. It's called soul food. Soul. 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 And only the classiest, baddest of bitches. Let me say that again for the people in the cheap seats in the back. Only the classiest and baddest of bitches could throw together some actual soul food that people want to sit down and eat, yeah, that's the thing. Soul food. Mhm. Goes with a party, a soul party, soul food. It's a good time. Get into it. Hey James, what y'all know about potted meat with mayo and saltines? You know I know. Quit playing, Gia. You know I know, girl. You know it's from right around that corner. Honey. You know I know. Girl, what about sardines, honey? Sardines on saltines, honey. That's from back in our childhood. Like, oh, what is this stinking shit? And I'm allergic now. But listen, well, nothing like old nasty piece of sardine, honey, and then the old mustard. I don't know why it seems so strange to me now that people be cooking fish with mustard, because didn't they have sardines in the can with mustard sauce? And you be tearing it up with old stinking, Child's a stinking ass snack, honey. And schmelts. Walking through Woolies while your parents shop, eating schmelts out of a bag. Child, so I was right at home when I went to New Orleans and I saw people walking, eating crawfish. I was like, oh, that's like when you used to walk around with a bag of smells at the fish place. And the fish place stinks so bad, you'd be wondering how could you even walk through there eating anything? It stinks. But you just try to in your bag, honey, with hot sauce. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. That's highly offensive. Yeah, that was offensive. That whole slave food situation. That was crazy. My aunt used to fry up some pork chops, make some biscuits, rice, and peas, and then whip out the Cairo syrup. Child, we had Alaga. That was weird. My mom, and that was not a lot. Most people had Mrs. Butterworth. My mother liked Alaga syrup. I was like, girl, I think that's only at our house. Does anybody else eat this, honey? That was like her favorite. Still to this day. She said biscuits and syrup is amazing. Well, for some, lasagna is Thanksgiving. I did lasagna for Christmas one time, Jams Anita, just to be different. Just to be different. I did that. But no, I ain't about to mess up now. And that wasn't lasagna over at that house, Jams Anita. That was lasagna. Not to be confused with lasagna. That was lasagna, honey. None of them folks can't cook over here. Child, y'all done seen mud wash pork chops. Mud wash pork chops. And then when you thought you hadn't seen the last of it, baby, crabs dipped in gravy, honey. I said, who put that crab in that gravy? One crab, one lonely, sad little leg crab floating in some gravy. I said, what is that called? Gumbo. Ah! Gum your ass on out of here. That was a mess, child. I said, child, you better stop, honey. You better lay low. Just pitiful. Oh, sad, dead crab. And it was dead, too. I said, oh, look at her, honey. They done got Mr. Krabs and turned him over, honey. Ooh, child. Crabs and gravy. See, I think what actually happened is they didn't know what they was doing, honey. They only had one crab, honey. Never mind, that's disgusting. I was going to say something really, really disgusting. Talking about that was gumbo or it was just wrong. Is what it was. It was given, and it was in there. And I said that poor crab. That's why it's all brown. I think the crab came in and thought it was the new pet, honey. And then they tossed it over there in that water, honey, and that crab let go. And that's where the gravy came from, honey. And they just tried to incorporate it, went on and stirred it on up, honey. Stirred it up. Shout out to just a funky, honey. I said it. I said it, honey. And what difference does it make? If you got mud washed pork chops, honey, what's a little bit of gravy crab, honey? You used to eat foolishness anyway. Not how dreadful. How dreadful. Hey, Queen Diva. Okay, so anyway, so back to this. So here's some, I live in color. Like I said, I could just take it or leave it. It was like, I liked Fire Marshal Bill. Let me show you something. Him, funny as hell to me. I loved Beneva Child. Don't nobody say nothing bad. Hilarious. Hilarious. And also, remember the one lady that used to do the black and white skit? Grab a shit water, I heard of such. Exactly. The lady that used to do the black and white skit, it was really funny, but you have to have like a certain type of sense of humor to get that. Remember when you said fish market smell, the thought of a person came through my head. Right, girl. Listen, you know, Heidi, you know for a fact, I'm going to claim this, and anybody can try to argue this with me down on the YouTube streets. I am the self-appointed king of transition. Okay? I took that title myself. That's why I transitioned straight from the fish market right to mud wash pork chop. Everybody knew what I was talking about. I didn't have to add nothing to it because I'm the king of transitions. Everybody knew. Everybody knows exactly what I was talking about. Child, the king of transitions and the queen of petty, honey. Child, I love my petty, honey. I do. But yeah, the fish market, Woolies, honey, that's what it's called here in Pittsburgh, Woolies. It's like the big fish market, and it stinks. It stinks. All that different fish and stuff in there, it stinks. But I think everybody from here has a memory of going to Woolies growing up. They have the best, their fish sandwiches. Like you could buy some stuff already done there, as well as buying your seafood and stuff. It's fresh, you know, it's all on the ice, and they have that, what is that? That sawdust all over the floor, and just funky. It's just a funky joint. My funky sensation. Now see, that just came. Y'all remember that song? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? My fucking sensation. I don't know where that just came into my head. I ain't listened to that song for a long time. That was the jam. You know, Leela James actually took that and made a song called Good Times using that same beat from Funky Sensation. The breakdown on that song was something serious. Again, Blast from the Past. See, we can do this all day. Blast from the Past, honey. That was one of those songs where I used to want to be grown, honey. That's all the older people like that song. For my mom and them's age like that song, child. And everybody was listening to Curtis Blow and all that kind of mess, honey. And I was down there with my old tail. My old tail. One of my favorite songs was Heartbeat. Remember when Heartbeat came out, Tonya Gardner? It was my jam, honey. Too grown. All my cousins was running around loving, I remember, what was the song at the time? I think it might have been New Edition. I think go back a little further than that. Whatever it was one of them little groups with the kids with the squealing voice. I couldn't stand it. Like the Jackson 5 and all them little groups with the kids with the squealing voices. I'd be like, my musical palette was a bit more advanced. next, honey. And I remember being at block parties, and the kids would be asking for certain songs, and then here come me, honey, the little drag queen in waiting, honey. I'm telling you, listen, this drag persona in mine, it existed a long, long time ago, honey. I just didn't know it. My family didn't realize what it was. But I would go up there. I remember a specific time. It was like a little block party, honey, and I went up and asked them to play Sorry by Natalie Cole. And the DJ was so tickled. He was like, child, we're going and play this one for Shaft, child. And they thought it was so funny. I was like, I don't know what the hell y'all laughing about, child. With my grown self. You know how old I was when she made that song? Child, I was just a kid. But that was the jam. Just grown. I know my mother would be like, you gonna get somewhere and sit your ass down, Natty. Just I always had a very mature musical palate, child. Always. How old was I? I was young. Like I was young. I had to be like maybe 7 or 8 years old. I was young. Very young. Child, please. My first record that I ever bought, a 45 on my own with my own money, was Slave. Watching You. How old could I have possibly been? I had to be about 7 or 8 years old. But that was my jam, and I would play it. You remember old Capone set? Y'all remember Capone set? Where you put it and they have the bar and it dropped down, honey, and then it repeat. Child, had that sucker on. I do that now. I play songs on repeat, even on my playlist on my YouTube. I put song on repeat, honey, and be sitting there, honey. I would be listening to that, walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. Child plays. That's Steve Arrington used to sing his face off. Sing his face off. He was like, Steve Arrington was like a male version of Patti LaBelle. If you ever really listen to it, go listen to that song, that old song, Watching You by Slave. You listen to the vocals that he laid for that song. He was playing with his voice and playing in his highs and playing in his lows. I said, child, it was like a little male version of Patti LaBelle. That's what drew me to her. It's how she used to play with her voice all the time and be hitting notes that wasn't really notes. And, Patty will run on off the side. And you'd be like, well, girl, where you going on? And she'd be giving and saying stuff. You'd be like, girl, what is this? A vocal warm-up? Baby, that's artistry. That's artistry. That's why I said singing has never been, that's not one of the talents. I got a whole bag full of talents that was bestowed upon me. And trust me, I thank him every day for it. Every day, I thank the Lord for the bag of talents that I have, because I do have multiples, and I thank him for them and I use them. But singing has always been something I said, boy, I ain't never been disillusioned about the fact that I can't. It ain't that's not my lane, but I love it. I just love it. I have such a love for music and lyrics and just that whole thing of music and creating music. I think it's the bomb. I do. I think it's the bomb. And it does draw me to people who actually have that talent. I love it. I love it. And I do. I celebrate them. I could be fighting and arguing. Listen, me and Heidi's, and I don't know if Heidi's still here. Me and Heidi, half of the time when we first met, we couldn't even get along, child. But her music, never one time. And we didn't argue and said some terrible things to each other. Never one time would I ever say anything wrong about her music and what she does. Because listen, one of the baddest things, Miss Heidi, child, what drew me to her was say, where bitch? Come on with it, Miss Heidi. It was just that's her thing. Nobody can take that away. I don't care if you like Heidi, you don't like Heidi, you fighting with Heidi and cuss your ass out, or whatever it is. Nobody can take that away. And I've heard other people say that right away when they first met Heidi. When it's her and that little tune, it's a bop. It's a bop. Just like with Kaya. There's tons of people that don't get along with Kaya, but can't nobody mess with Kaya. Kaya musically is damn near brilliant. She really is. Kaya is just talented. Don't care about what her views are on life and the way she twists things and the nasty things she may say out of her mouth. Kaya, when it comes to that music, baby, you can't get it. What's up, New Orleans Lil? That's another one, honey, with musical talent. That old New Orleans Lil, honey. Lil will get the popping off, honey, and with that whole little Nola thing going on, honey, and slay you. And slay you. Yeah, and I never really had an issue with Kai as close as me and Maddie are. I never chose no sides with that. Y'all know I didn't do that. When that was a big thing and there was all the videos, I don't have all them videos. I ain't got no videos choosing sides and dragging. Never did. Let me tell you something. Kaya singing Santa Baby. All I want for Christmas is my Santa baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. That baby. 'Tis the season to be naughty. Yeah, 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 yeah. Please, please. That man, Kaya tore that up, honey. Santa baby, please hurry, hurry, hurry. Tore it up. Tore it up. Tore it up, tore it up, tore it up. And y'all know for a fact that next caller was the shit. Y'all know it was. Y'all know it was. It takes brilliance to actually take somebody calling on a phone. We were all there. We were all there, present with our legs crossed, sitting like this. When the lady called into the Queen's Court and said, "What about the welfare fraud, bitch?" And I said, what is she going to say? You know what I mean? What is going to be her comeback? Baby, Miss Kaya said, "Next caller, bitch." Because you ain't talk about nothing. Came back, what was it, 2 weeks? And it was a whole song. Brilliant. Brilliant. And the way she worked that whole thing into it and had Maddie say it at the end of the song, she didn't see again. That's a Funky Dineva situation right there. You can't blast me with my tea. Take some lemons and make lemonade. She twisted that thing right on up, made that song. The song was a bop, and the close of the song was Maddie saying, "What about the welfare fraud, bitch?" Because it was a kiki. She took all the power away from that. Could have ended up being an old nasty piece of read that just shuts you up. But it's very hard to just shut Kaya up. She flipped that whole thing and turned it into a money-making piece of a machine. Next caller, you play it right now. Even after they done fell out, even after you have to remove all the stuff and Maddie's voice ain't on it no more, you play the song. If you're being honest with yourself, and Maddie is a friend of mine, I'll pick up that phone and call her right now and she'll answer the phone. But it don't take nothing away from what it was. When the talent fell down, it was what it was. If you play next caller right now, 90% of this chat is can't take it away. Like you with the swipe left opening you have. That's me and my buddy. He is music. I have a love for music, so he knows how to take and translate my stuff. You know, it's a key for me. I have a good time with it. I have a good time with it. Now making a beat, I can make a beat. And it'll work, and it's fine. Just don't be trying to be doing too much of singing over. You're doing all that singing over there. But yeah, no, I ain't never claimed to be no singer, but I could definitely put a beat together. And that's fun. That's fun for me. That's a good time. But yeah, that's definitely just a hobby. It's a hobby, not to be, you know, not to compete with the folks who actually really do it, who live and breathe it. Because there are some people down here who live and breathe it. There's some people down here who actually have the gift and don't know what to do with it. You know, I done drug old nasty something through the mud, through the mud. I never touched that. I never touched what God gave the child. She tries to grab a hold to something that God didn't give her. So I'm a prophetess. You a liar. You a liar, bitch. You ain't no prophetess. But can you sing? Yes. You do have a voice. You have a vocal gift. Do you know what to do with it? Hell no. Will you lose it after a while? Probably. Probably. Those gifts they're just that, gifts. If you don't respect them, you don't get to keep them. It's just the way it is. It is just the way it is.
And feel like
I know what I do well. Okay, I know what I do well. I like to play. That is truly a fun time for me. A fun time for me. I enjoy that. I enjoy that. Um, Look at this. Can we ever have fun? Is there ever fun? Like you can't just have fun, huh? Without nobody trying it. Well, Jessica said that was my song, honey. That next call, girl, next caller was everything. But then, um, Maddie's Queen Supreme Court. It's the Queen Supreme Court. Bad, because again, Maddie has a musical talent. It's Maddie is good. Maddie actually has something good over there, and she knows what to do with it. She she's. I wish she would do it more. I wish she would do it more. Um, what is this? Did I block you? Are you typing? Are you typing? You want to have a conversation? Is that it, Rhonda? You know, Rhonda likes to have a conversation. Rhonda likes attention. Here, Rhonda, come talk to Mother. Come to Mother, Rhonda. Come on. You want some screen time, I guess. Come on. And that's just, come on, Rhonda. And we could talk about you being blocked. Come on. Let me clear this out, y'all. So I can, because I'm not going to eat any more of this sandwich. Y'all know that. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Okay, hold on. All right, all right, all right. Okay. You have to turn me off in the background, Rhonda. All right, all right, all right. You have to turn me off in the background, Rhonda.
Okay.
All right, all right, all right. Come on, honey. If you're going to disrupt the show, you got to have
Okay.
it together. Now, what's going on, Rhonda?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Rhonda, can you hear me? Rhonda.
Okay.
Can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, say what you want to say to me because James, just say what you want to say to me.
I don't really have anything to say to you, Rhonda. You're typing in the chat, which meant you wanted my attention. You got my attention. What's up? Okay. I don't know if she's still battling or what, but anyhow. Okay, so all right, so where were we? We were talking about Maddie and Maddie. Maddie saw Queen Supreme Court. That was a bop as well. That was a bop as well. And I definitely wish she has some stuff coming. Her and Latonya got a song that they just finished. Rhonda. Yes. Okay. Rhonda. Can you hear me? Rhonda. You have to turn me off in the background.
Okay.
Come on, honey. If you want to disrupt the show, you gotta have it together. Now, what's going on, Rhonda?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Rhonda, can you hear me? Rhonda,
Okay.
can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
You're
Can you
behind.
hear me?
Ciao. Now, Rhonda goes on live too much. Now, hold on, Artia, because I don't have any. Hold on. Artelia, y'all stuff ain't working. I don't know what's going on today, y'all. James, are you more saved that I will ever be you here? Okay, let's try. We're gonna try Artelia again. Let me see. Because it's not showing me a camera at all. Hello? Can you hear me? Right. Okay. Anyway. All right. So I have Artelia in the back, but she's not. I don't have any information there. There's nothing there. It's not connecting properly. Anyway, what I was saying, right, lovely love. What I was saying. Um, Okay, so Maddie, Kaya, both. There's musical talent there, but you know, of the two, Kaya she's brilliant. The things that she's done. So it doesn't matter whether you like her, whether you don't like her. You have to give it up for the work. The work is awesome. Okay, so back to my television stuff. I was saying in Living Color, most people loved it. I didn't really care for it all that much. It wasn't my thing. There were pieces of it that I liked, just like Saturday Night Live. I don't understand when people are like, "Oh, I love Saturday Night Live." Didn't in back in the day, and don't now, and don't now. You know, I'm not. You know, I'll go over there for the live performance, and that's pretty much it. I used to like Rosanna Dana. I liked Eddie Murphy. Some things that Eddie Murphy did, not all. Not all. I didn't actually become an Eddie Murphy fan until he actually did Delirious and Raw. Once he did Delirious and he did Raw, then I became an Eddie Murphy fan. The only thing I remember him doing that I actually liked on Saturday Night Live was that James Brown skit, that Charlize gonna get in the hot tub. That was that was funny. That was just kind of one of those epic moments. But as a whole, I like the Coneheads. The Coneheads were funny. But I think the funniest skit that was ever on Saturday Night Live was the church lady. It was that Dana Carvey, is that his name? Dana Carvey. That church lady was funny as hell. That is, for me, always been the funniest skit that has ever been on SNL of anybody of all the years that I've been around. That church lady was, isn't that special? She was so shady. She was so shady, honey. She was funny to me. When she would say, honey, she said, oh, yes, you think you're something? Oh, I got something for you, honey. I have a weapon that you can't deal with at all. Ever heard of him, honey? A little guy named Jesus? Child, I would fall out. I was like, something's wrong with her. She was funny to me. Mad TV was funny. But it was one of those things that I just had to, you know, I'll roll up on it and see something and be like, okay. I'll be like, all right. What was the other one? There's another one that was funny to me. Trying to think. Yeah, she did used to do that too. Fresh Press, did she say Satan? It's like, girl, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You know, that remind me of something current, honey. When she does that, honey. I ain't even gonna do it. I was gonna play the clip. I ain't even gonna play the clip. Y'all know what it is. Y'all already know, honey. Y'all know. Anyway, I love the Arsenio Hall show. Seen every episode. All the way back when it was actually Joan Rivers. When it started off as a Joan Rivers show, and then Arsenio came in and took it over, and then we went on to Monique, the Monique show, because all those shows seemed like to be the same. But all of those, I loved all three of those. All three of those shows. That's why I said I was like grown. And I was in high school. When Arsenio was coming on, I was in high school. I should have been in the bed, child. When that show was on, child, I was sitting on the edge of the bed, like, come on, what we got. So I love that. I loved Video Soul and Donnie Simpson naturally. Loved Video Soul. I wasn't a fan of all that other stuff that was on BET, like all them other little programs they used to have. Yeah. But I loved Donnie Simpson, honey. Sure did. Carlene, you say you weren't born grown. You know I couldn't wait to grow up, girl. I couldn't wait. I could not wait to be grown. I could not wait. You say you love who Arsenio? Arsenio is awesome. Always has been. Always has been awesome. Comic View, see, okay. I liked it, but I can take it or get or leave it. James, you're not going to get away with this. Get away with what, Rhonda? Here, take this link. See, because you want, come on, come on, come on here. Come on. Let's get this over with. Because what you're not going to do is aggravate me. Come on up here. Bring your ass up here, Rhonda. Come on. You want some exposure? Come on, Hank. Come on. And have your shit together. Don't come up here with your phone and all that, because you go live way too much. You are a panel whore. You drop from panel to panel to panel. You know how this works. So don't come up here with the bullshit. Come on here. Come on here. You got it straight? Come on here.
James.
You got it straight? What, Rhonda?
James.
What?
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
James.
You got it straight? What, Rhonda?
James. Oh,
what?
I got to turn my TV off
Close your
now.
YouTube window. Close the YouTube window. Close the YouTube window, Rhonda.
Okay, I can hear you, but that's not cool.
What's not cool, Rhonda? What's your issue now?
You know, you're not getting away with this shit that you
Get away
try to
with
put
what,
out on
Rhonda?
me.
Get away with what? What are you talking
Huh?
about? Get away with what? What you talking about?
Huh? James.
Yeah.
James.
Yes. Now, why is it that you can't get your stuff to work today? You hop from panel to panel to panel to panel to panel all night long. Why is it that right now you can't get your stuff to work? Bye, Rhonda. Ain't nobody got time. Bye, girl. Yeah. You still ain't got it together? Because this is just bull. I don't believe that you don't have it together. I believe you're being aggravated.
Okay, James, are you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
See, y'all know. You know where we get ready to go, don't y'all? We get ready to go Treasure Lane, straight Treasure Lane in about 2 seconds. About 2 seconds. You still can't hear? Right.
James, do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. We hear you.
Okay, fine.
So you can hear now.
Oh, I got to turn my TV off now.
Close the YouTube.
Okay, I can hear you, but that's not cool.
What's not cool, Rhonda? What's your issue now?
You know, you're not getting away with this shit that you
Get away
try to
with
put
what,
out on me.
Rhonda? Get away with what? What are you talking about? Get away with what? What you talking about?
Huh? James.
Yeah.
James.
Yes. Now, why is it that you can't get your stuff to work today? You hop from panel to panel to panel to panel to panel all night long. Why is it that right now you can't get your stuff to work? Okay, so this is what I tell you all about YouTube trolls. So now we're going to really do it. This is what a YouTube troll is. This is a troll. This is a person that wants to be seen. I ain't got no problem with you being seen. If you don't mind being dragged and you don't mind being embarrassed, I am definitely your guy. I will drag your ass all over the YouTube streets with no apologies. I have no problem with it at all. For you to get yourself on here and pretend that you don't know how to work this. See, she knows how to work this. What she is what we actually call a panel whore. That's what we call them. Panel whores. They bounce around from panel to panel to panel all night long. All night long. They're over on this person's panel when they go live. They're on that person's panel when they go live. They don't care how they look. They don't care how they come across. They just go over and they start arguing about things and carrying on because who did something to her? You're not going to get away with this with what? The fact that you got an old raggedy Spectrum hookup? You mad at me because you ain't got Fios 5G? So where are we? You're typing in the chat trying to figure out if you were blocked or not. You were blocked in there the last time you came in. Lady Nika had blocked you over on Treasure Lane. That's what happened, you all. She got blocked on Treasure Lane. We're on Spill It Boy TV. So Nika didn't block her over here. Nika blocked her over on Treasure Lane for clowning. So you over here. First of all, if you got such an issue with me, why are you following me around? Why are you coming in spaces where I'm doing my thing? Why is that? If you can't hang when I start to bang, then sit on down and let me do my thing. What is your whole issue? Why do you want to be anywhere that I'm at? Because you're a trolling freak. You see how she looked when she came up here? What if I told you all about being camera ready? Did she look camera ready to y'all? She looked a damn mess. A damn mess. And then you come up and then you turn the camera off. Why turn the camera off? You look a mess. We all seen you look at a mess. Foolishness. You wanted a little bit of time. There you go. There's a little bit of my time. That's all I have to offer to you. I don't like you. And I made that very clear. I don't like you. I don't like you, lady. I don't care for you at all. I think you're a weirdo. You're a freaking weirdo. I knew you were a weirdo when I first met you. Professing your love for me. And I said, oh, I just love you. Do you? Big red flag. I ain't never seen you before. So when did you get so in love with me, honey? And within weeks, she tried to start a beef with me. Weird. That's why I told y'all, it takes all different kinds to make this YouTube thing go round. All different kinds. Those are for entertainment. Nothing but entertainment. I entertain in a lot of different ways. I make beats. I get on here and I dance. I get on here and I clown. And then I clowns like I'm doing now. I don't have no problem dragging you through the YouTube streets at all. You want to act a fool? I like acting a fool. Performance art, that's me. Whatever it is, drag or dragging, I can do both. Got it? Good. Now let's move on. Anyway, y'all, let's move on. So, as I was saying, I liked the Arsenio Hall show. I liked Monique's show, which they were like mirror images, as well as Joan Rivers, that whole little thing. When people were actually watching all those little things, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all that, I really was watching, like, I wouldn't tune in just to watch that. If it was on, I could watch, but I wouldn't tune in to watch it. What I did tune in to watch every Saturday night, 227 and Amen. I tuned in, see every episode. So, I've been Regina King fan all the way back to when she was Brenda, when she was Mary and Lester's daughter on 227. Further back than that, I used to watch, y'all remember Dance Fever? I always watched like competition shows, always. American Gladiators, Dance Fever, Star Search, anything like that. I love that stuff. Showtime at the Apollo. I've always loved those type pageantry type of shows. Again, that's why I say that's that little drag queen growing inside of me, honey. I was always down with that stuff. Back further when we talking 6 and 7 and 8 years old, Chai used to watch Quincy. Y'all remember Quincy MD? That's always from hanging up underneath my grandmother all the time. Can you talk about Dynasty and Bobby Joe? This the thing, Ashley. I didn't do Dynasty until I was an adult because I lived in Manchester, Upper North Side. This is before there was cable television. Okay, that's before cable came out. And the Upper North Side, which we used to refer to as Cross the Bridge, that's what we used to call it, Cross the Bridge. They could get Channel 4. Down where I lived, we could get Channel 2. So Dynasty actually came on Channel 4. So that's up where my godmother used to live, but I didn't ever used to visit my godmother during the week. I used to visit my godmother on the weekends a lot of times. So Dynasty was on Wednesdays, and it down where I live, you couldn't get good reception on Channel 4. You remember that, Gia? We couldn't get Channel, so we didn't watch any of the Channel 4 shows until cable television came. Once cable television came, baby, we was in. But before that, 2 and 11, 53, 22 wasn't. It was 22 was touch and go, but we definitely could get 53 because my favorite television show of all time was Saturday at 6 p.m. 7. Come on, right after the lottery. Saturday at 7 p.m., honey, no matter which house I was at, it was that time, honey. That's what time it was, baby. 7 p.m. Saturday night. Me and Miss Linda had a standing date, honey. Yes, we did. So it didn't matter whose house I was at. I was going to Wonder Woman you to death. I mean, my favorite show of all time. T-Ray.
Hello.
Hi, baby. What's going on?
Okay, so what are we talking about? Because I don't want to be out topic.
No, I'm talking about television shows, like what I used to watch back in the day, and it really wraps around to this whole thing of them rebooting stuff.
Yeah, so I think I saw your last video where you was talking about reboots. I think you started reviewing what is it, and just like that. And I get it.
Yes.
I side eye every reboot that comes because 8 times out of 10 the reboot's gonna be trash. You rarely get a good reboot.
Right. But I actually enjoyed the first episode of And Just Like That. I enjoyed it. I love Sex in the City.
I'm with you. I love what they did, and I love how they respected Samantha because I thought it was gonna be, you know how when people leave series and they be killing off people or like painting them in a bad light. I thought they were gonna do that to Samantha, but I love throughout the series how they kept it very respectful. I loved it. Right. So yeah, so
I only got one episode in because what I'm doing, I have an issue where things are streaming now. I'm trying to figure out a happy balance. With, like, everybody has seen all of it. I've only seen the first episode, so I'm going to do like watch an episode, review an episode, watch an episode, review. I'm going to try to do it like that. But I got to, I have to fight with my people so they can not tell me what's coming up. And then I'm fighting with my brother to not tell me what's coming up because Chet doesn't see it all. Chet's the one that turned me on to Sex in the City, And I never listened to him. I never listened to that man. When he told me to go and watch, he begged me about American Horror Story. And who would ever think? As huge of an AHS fan as I am, Chet, he never got me to watch it till it got all the way to Coven. It had gotten all the way to Coven before I actually watched, and then I went backwards. Hold on one second, T-Ray. Listen.
Okay.
Do you have this stuff together, Rhonda? I mean, I'm willing to give her say to see what crazy shit that she's talking about.
Well, I'm curious. What?
Right, to know where we're at, where we're at today. Yes, Rhonda. See this? This is what I'm talking about, y'all. She claims that her issue is that she had a stroke, but that ain't her issue. She had a stroke 900 years ago. 900 years ago, the stroke ain't the issue no more, is it, Rhonda? I believe this is some form of mental illness. I believe that's what the issue is mental illness. Isn't that right?
Well, what? I just got a question. Why are y'all beefing? Is that why she keep popping up here?
She beefing.
Oh, okay.
She beefing. She woke up one day and she was beefing with me. And then she came to apologize. You know how I am about that. And it's like, yeah, okay, girl. And I told Nika to block her. And now I ain't heard nothing from her. She's been talking about me in the streets, but I ain't heard nothing from her. But then here you are. At this point, she's doing what we call stalking.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, that's stalking. But we're going to go ahead and move on. We ain't got time. We ain't got time. Stalking. And I'm just dead. You know me. You know there's always a method to my madness.
Right. She better chill out. She gonna end up on they're gonna clean him up. She gonna end up on there.
No, she would like, see, that's what she would like.
Oh, that's what she's trying to. She wants you to clean her up.
Ain't no cleanup. All she gonna do is get embarrassed in front of all of her peers and friends. That's all. See how she's being embarrassed right now? You ain't getting no say. You just clowning. Everybody know you clowning. And yeah, how embarrassing is that? She just wants to be.
I don't understand these folks on YouTube that I don't understand why they. Well, I do understand why they be on your peen so hard, but I just YouTube is fun for me. I'm only YouTube street fighting because I fight in real life. So I don't need to end up in jail for assault because I had to bop a bitch in her mouth. So I just, it's really fun for me. Except let me get you together real quick. Do you know when I was on that live with y'all? First of all, I barely survived that work day. Barely.
And I knew you would. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. Listen, I did. I thought about you when I shut everything down and I went and laid down. I was like, poor T-Ray got to go to work and ain't had no sleep at all.
I was a fantasy island. That's what I guess I always want to see.
Both of those came on Channel 4, Lovely Love, Fantasy Island and Love Boat. James,
so I didn't watch Love. Okay, going back to the topic. I didn't watch Love Boat. My grandmother did force me to watch In the Heat of the Night. What's the other one with the man walking Texas Ranger?
Yeah, child. See, y'all was doing cops and robbers.
Yeah, but you either watched it or you went to bed. So me being nosy, I was like, all right, Nanny, let's watch it.
Yeah, my grandmother would put on that dog on Quincy MD. He used to come on every day. And I remember when it used to come on, like when it was regular coming on, and then when it went into syndication, it was coming on every night. But I'd be sitting at the end of her bed. She'd be up there snoring, honey. Quincy be watching her, and then I found myself I'd be watching it, and the writing was so good. Like the stories would be so captivating. Well, and then I didn't even. Well, yeah, I started doing creative writing when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
But I never thought, like, I wrote my first little book. It was like a little mini book when I was in high school, but I never really thought about it. I never thought that I would actually have a book out. But I always liked the storytelling. Like I could tell you a story always. I could tell you something and paint the picture for you. So I've always been a good storyteller. But I never thought that I would actually write a book. But here I am 5 books later.
I mean, if you could tell, to me, in my opinion, if you could tell a good story, you could write.
Oh, yes. All you do. And I write, when I write, I like to write the way that I talk.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I like for it to read, because that's one of the things. That's one of the most of the comments that I get off my books. They're like, I felt like you were just talking to me, and I went out of my way to actually do that, to make it feel like, because my books, they're very the story's very gossipy and very salacious, so it works that way for it to feel like girl, let me tell you, that's the area I write from the girl, let me tell you, child, that's my angle.
You know what's funny? I got suspended
So
in the
No, hi, baby.
but I got suspended.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so what we talking about?
What do you want? What do you want?
No, I'm talking about television shows, like what I used to watch back in the day, and it really wraps around to this whole.
Get out of here. All right, no more of that, y'all. I done banned her from the studio, y'all.
She needs to.
Now you'll never get to explain yourself.
But no,
I didn't like homegirl, Coco. I did not. I thought I can't say, Jessica, 80s or 90s, because it was 2 different times. I know we didn't do the Gunsmoke. My godfather watched Gunsmoke. That wasn't me. I don't like westerns still. Chet over when he was here to watch some old western movie. I was like, child, if you don't get this mess out of here, right? Yeah, I couldn't do it. But yeah, the 80s and the 90s, they were different for me, because I was growing up. I was still in the process of growing up. So some things just hold special spots. Perry Mason was good because of the stories. The stories were key. T-Ray's out there driving, so she'll pop back in. I'll drop the link for her again. I hate westerns and war movies. Me too. War movies always look dirty, like it's always all that mud and stuff. I'll be like, ugh. That triggers me. I hate all that mud and carrying on. But yeah, in the 80s, do y'all remember like Give Me a Break? I loved Give Me a Break. What else? Madam's Place. That was so silly and too grown. It was actually too grown for me. A lot of the jokes I didn't get till years later. That's why I won't get rid of my VHS tapes, because a lot of those things I actually have on VHS. A lot of those sitcoms and stuff. I have a lot of that stuff. Mama's Family, and I had a lot of that stuff on VHS tapes. Double Trouble. Do you remember that? That was with the twins. There was a set of twins. They were like teenage twins, girls. They were, what is Sunny Spoon? I don't know Sunny Spoon. What is Sunny Spoon? Sunny Spoon. I remember Silver Spoons with Ricky Schroeder and Charles in Charge. I used to watch Charles in Charge, which is funny. I used to watch Charles in Charge and Silver Spoons, which was totally like a white sitcom. But at the same time, I ain't watching like Friends and the little stuff. I don't watch them. I loved Silver Spoons though. Different Strokes was one that I could take or leave. I've seen them all. But that was one of those shows where I could kind of take or leave it. I love the Jeffersons. Oh my God. And I remember when the Jeffersons actually used to come on real late at night. Like real late at night. And our child would sneak out in the hallway and my mom would be watching in the living room. Child be watching the Jeffersons, child. That and I didn't like Hawaii Five-O. People loved Hawaii Five-O. I didn't like that. But I loved the Jeffersons because they were playing in a rerun, but it didn't come on until like 12 o'clock at night. Child supposed to be asleep. Child be sneaking in the hallway, child, trying to catch the punchline, honey. Them goddamn Jeffersons was funny. Funny to me. Trying to think. I did. I'll be sneaking in the hallway, child, trying to catch the punchline, child. Loved that doggone Florence, honey. She was so ignorant. I remember Chips. Child. Man. I remember me and my one cousin actually had those, remember the little battery operated motorcycles that you could ride? Now they got like Barbie cars, but back then they thought that was the shit when they came out when we were young. We had the Chips mobiles. Me and him were the two that had them. I was like, yeah, okay, honey, whatever. I used to watch Knight Rider. Mork and Mindy. Again, Aliens. I ain't never been a fan of Aliens. Never. Mama's Family. Because I always loved Carol Burnett and Vicki Lawrence. So that was, yeah. I ain't love no David Hasselhoff. I wasn't fast, child. I wasn't that fast, honey. I wasn't thinking about that man. I was not thinking about that man. You stop that, honey. No. Oh, Charles Scott Baio was cute. Yes, he was. I liked Maude back in the day. That was me sitting on the end of my grandmother's bed watching Maude, honey, because I didn't get the jokes till later. Baby, I watched Glow and Pow. Child, yes, honey. Girl, please. The gorgeous ladies of wrestling, you better know it. Child, again, listen, I know you was little, Kim. I was older than you, but still, I wasn't chasing no David Hasselhoff. He wasn't my speed anyway. I told you before I liked Donnie Simpson on videos. So, again, too grown, honey. I liked that man from DC, honey. I knew Chocolate City was the place to go, honey. Green Acres. Y'all remember Green Acres, honey? Green Acres is the place to be. I just watched Green Acres. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue. Girl, you know a child. She was grand, honey. But Glow wasn't nothing but drag. That's all that was. Gorgeous Ladies Wrestling wasn't nothing but drag. Child, pick you a persona, give yourself a name, pick out an outfit, honey, and act a fool. Honey, that was drag. But it was just real girls. But it was drag. Told y'all anybody could do drag. I did watch Petticoat Junction. What's your function, honey? I did. But those, that was old. I love Punky Brewster is actually on my list. It's right there. Punky Brewster. I watched Punky Brewster. I like Three's Company. A lot of those shows, I didn't get the jokes till years later. I was young. I didn't get those jokes until years later. Benny Hill was a filth ball. Benny Hill was just too. I was like, what is wrong with them? I was like, these people are weird. And that's always when I see like UK programming, like programming from the United Kingdom, that's what reminds me of like Benny Hill, like their type of satire and their type of jokes. Oh, I loved Alice. I did love Alice. I've seen every episode of Alice, honey. There's a new girl in town and she's looking good. Yeah, I was Alice. Never missed the episode. And everybody loved Flo. I thought she was embarrassing. I always thought she was embarrassing. Vera, I felt sorry for Vera. She's just a damn dingbat. I felt sorry for her. I thought she was cute, but she's just a dingbat. She reminded me of like she should have been a kindergarten teacher or something. She was a dingbat. Flo, like I said, she was just embarrassing. She's a hoe. I was like, look at her. She's a hoe, and she thinks she's turning it. And I was like, she's embarrassing. She was a hoe. She thought she was turning it. And everybody be talking about her. I'm like, everybody be talking about her. I know. I was, putting too much. I love One Day at a Time, honey. So hop on your feet. I did. I like them. I did watch Family Ties. Eh, eh. Somewhere there's music playing. Yeah. Don't you worry now. Just take it like it comes. I like the Facts of Life. Everybody liked Facts of Life. I did like Facts of Life. I didn't watch the reboot. Nope. 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 Almost everything you mentioned comes on Antenna TV every night. Child, because that was good programming. That was back when they made shows that meant something and they had storylines that meant something. Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell sisters. I did used to watch them, and I used to watch Lawrence Welk, child. I did. I did. Anything attached to music, pretty much. I watched anything attached to music. I even used to watch what's the little country show? I watched Hee Haw. There was another one. There was another show. I watched Mary Tyler Moore. I wasn't crazy about Benson. I loved Flip Wilson. Flip Wilson was a clown. So yeah, I watched Flip Wilson. Mr. Belvedere. Yeah, that's one of them little things that they could kind of. I've seen Grand Ole Opry. I remember that show. Dukes of Hazzard. I could. That was Alice, Miss Ashley. Mel's Downer. That was Alice. That was the show Alice. I love the Twilight Zone. Three Stooges. They too stupid for me. That's just too stupid. Who's the Boss? I did watch that. Some of that. I didn't like Happy Days. I did not like Happy Days. The Odd Couple, they was too old. They was just too old. I couldn't get into them. I couldn't get into them. Yeah, I love Twilight Zone because, again, storytelling. Storytelling. Good Times. Yeah. Blossom. I liked Blossom. I did like Blossom. Hey, Chantal. Did you say Ma and Paul Kettle, honey? Yeah, definitely Mary Tyler Moore. No on Rhoda. No, them Golden Girls. Nope. Cheers. I could watch it. I didn't have to. Grand Ole Opry. Alfred Hitchcock. Yes. Frasier's a no. No. Soap. Here and there. Did you watch Amazing Features? I don't even know what that is. I don't even require. No, I didn't like WKRP in Cincinnati. No. No to Alfred. No to Matlock. No to Murder, She Wrote. I could watch, but I didn't prefer to. Get Smart here and there. No, I don't want to watch no Wolfman Jack. Nope, I didn't do Beretta. I did used to watch Kojak. And that was, again, that's what I learned early on that I didn't really care for. I watched Miami Vice somewhat. I don't like cops and robbers. I'm really not a cops and robbers person all the way up until like Oz. When Oz came out, then I was watching. Heart to Heart actually came on Channel 4. And then when they start coming on like 53 or 22 later on, then I seen a few Heart to Hearts. I didn't watch Charlie's Angels either. They were Channel 4. Miami Vice, like I said, here and there. My parents will watch old episodes of Batman and Robin, The Black, and my brothers for Black and White. Yeah, and my brothers will watch Mr. T. Oh, the A-Team. The A-Team. Yeah, my mom watched the A-Team. I was like, girl. Yeah. Dark Shadows was very interesting to me. Batman and Robin was interesting because Catwoman was on their show. Again, honey, that was that little drag queen stewing inside, honey. Miss Catwoman, honey. Rather it be Julie Newmar or Eartha, honey. I'll take either, honey. Hallie or Michelle, honey. Come on here. Catwoman is everything. I can't wait to see this new Catwoman that they got, honey. She looked like she got issues too, honey. And then when they named the other Catwoman after my mother, I said, oh, well, come on here, honey. Miss Hallie. Murphy Brown, no, I ain't mess with her. I watched Kojak, but I didn't get into Kojak. My grandmother would be watching that. That's when I got off the edge of the bed and went and did something else, honey. That was just too much cops and robbers. Moonlighting, I didn't watch. No, I looked at a preview for Euphoria, and I was like, that preview, just that trailer just left me lost. Snowfall, but Euphoria, when I looked at the trailer, it just didn't take me anywhere. I was like, okay, I just did that the other day. Ellen, I didn't watch Ellen's show. I didn't like her show, and I didn't like what's the other ones? Will and Grace. I ain't watch Roseanne. No, I didn't care for Taxi. Perry Mason's cool. I wasn't crazy about the $1 Million Man, but I love Bionic Woman. Go figure. No, I didn't do Silk Stockings. Yeah, I didn't mess with. Baby, listen, I watched He-Man, Volvo, and She-Ra. Came home every day and was part until I, actually got a job, and then I had an after-school job. But before that, baby, I was over there parked on the bed, honey, at 4 and 4:30, honey, for He-Man and then She-Ra at 4:30. Yes, God, honey. Yes, indeed. And I didn't care nothing about He-Man. I was waiting for the episodes that had the sorceress, honey. She-Ra was fabulous. They had all of the cool villains and villainesses. All the pretty things were on She-Ra. He-Man was dirty. Do you remember Thundar the Barbarian? I like Thundar the Barbarian. I did like that show. And Saturday mornings, my favorite cartoon from Hanna-Barbera has been and will always be Jana of the Jungle. She was everything. Jana of the Jungle was the girl, honey. Loved her. Loved Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Never was a big fan of Spider-Man. My kids liked Spider-Man. Both of them like Spider-Man. But Firestar, hands down. was the whole purpose of watching Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends was for Firestar. That's one person that I wish they would actually go into. Her origin story is everything. I wish they would actually bring her to film. And they're actually talking about reboots. They're redoing Firestarter. It's coming out in a couple of months. I'm gonna watch. We're gonna see. It's the little girl who played last season AHS. That little bad little girl. She's gonna be the new Firestarter. I don't know how that's gonna go. Listen. Drew Barrymore slayed that role as Charlie. She was everything as Charlie. I'm gonna watch just like that on your couch. Okay. I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't like Euphoria. It didn't do anything for me either, Kevin. I looked at it and I was like, well, maybe I got to turn the show on. But I looked at the trailer, didn't make me want to turn the show. Child, the Crypt Keeper, honey. Y'all know the Crypt Keeper, honey. Here go the Crypt Keeper right here, honey. Child, yes, God, honey. They got a Crypt Keeper right there. You know, daggone well, that looked just like the Crypt Keeper, child. That laugh was a mess, honey. I liked Jim. I don't know why, but Jim was corny, but I liked it. Drew Barrymore has my birthday. It's next week. All right. Okay. I loved Drew Barrymore was flawless as Charlie. And then when she came back as for Charlie's Angels, I loved the Charlie's Angels movies. I really did. They were badass. Stop it, Kate. By the time I type something, the subject changes. Oh, gee, that's okay. Let me go back. I'll go back. What was the last thing you said, Gia? Hold on. Let me go back. You was laughing there. Captain Caveman, Hong Kong Phooey. Yes, both of them. Both of them. Captain Caveman was a clown, child, with his big feet. Do y'all remember on was it HBO or Showtime? The Hitchhiker? Ooh, those episodes was something else. Some of that, you know, I love those type of short story things. I do. And that's what I was talking to Chet about it, about switching up genres as far as my writing, because I have a lot of stories that are like horror stories. But I don't know if I want to do a whole book of a horror story. I think I would like to do like a book of short stories that are horror stories. I think I would be, because I got a lot of stories that are like horror that are floating around in my head. I loved Flowers in the Attic, the movie. You know what that series? You talk about the books as a whole. I love the first movie. They did a good job. I didn't watch the Reissue Diaries. That Hitchhiker was so. I loved True Blood. True Blood. I was so hurt when it went off. That's another one that Chet was watching first and kept saying, "You got to watch this." I was like, "Yeah, whatever," and I didn't. And then I came in late, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, True Blood was everything." I would love that kind of book. Would you say Euphoria reviews do numbers? I know it's hot in the street. They've been talking. I keep seeing people talking about it. I just can't. I don't know. I might have to. I don't know. I don't always follow that either because and that's Supreme #1. You all, Asia from Brooklyn. I read all the books and loved them. V.C. Andrews was excellent author. Yes, absolutely. Tales from the Hood, Chad. Tales from the Hood was ridiculous. Do you like psychological thrillers and paranormal? I do both. And I'm gonna tell you, one of my favorite psychological thrillers, Gia, is something that people it was Antonio Banderas and Rebecca De Mornay. Was it Don't Talk to Strangers? I can't, if I talk about it, then I'll give you the whole storyline. But that's the type of stuff, the stories that's in my head, Gia, is that type of story. That was a mess. I looked at the thing for Midnight Mass, and I just never got back around to it. Me and Chet, actually, when he was here visiting, we were like, let's look at this Midnight Mass. He looked at the trailer. I had looked at it a week or so before. He did the same thing as me. He's like, we'll get back to it. And then we just didn't. James, I be beasting for more story times from you. I know, and it's just when it pops up. I can't, it's kind of like it got to be a deja vu or when something happens. Then it'll come. American Psycho. I don't like slashers, Jessica. So that's that kind of stuff I kind of shy away from. Yeah, I don't like slashers. All that cutting and stalking. I ain't really into that. Hand that Rocks the Cradle was everything. That's one of my movies I loved. Yeah, he was a sociopath, and he had some more other issues going on. I loved one of my favorite shows was and I loved it because of the way it came on made me look at it, and that was what is the daggone show? It just slipped my mind. I can see it just as good in my about the surgeons, about the plastic surgeons. I like blood and guts, but I just don't like nobody cutting them out. Will you at least watch the first episode? Yeah, I'll try it, Asia. I'll try it. Nip Tuck. There you go. Nip Tuck. Nip Tuck was everything. Everything. I was heartbroken when it went off the air, too. Nip Tuck was everything. Loved it. I don't know the Babysitter Club. The Conjuring. I think I watched the first Conjuring, maybe the first two. They funny. The Conjuring movies is funny. They funny. I'd be like, child. Yeah, but I do like stuff like that. Y'all know I like that kind of stuff. That battle of good versus evil, I'm always in. Sinister, I didn't watch that. But I definitely know what it is. I didn't watch him. You said the third one is good. Insidious. I didn't watch Insidious either. Again, I know what it is. I didn't watch it. Just like I've never watched Annabelle. I know exactly what she got going on and what she's about, but I didn't watch her. I was watching Lucifer when it first came on. When it first started, I was watching Lucifer. I loved Charmed. Even when the show changed its format, I still love Charmed. Because that was just like, you know what it reminded me of? Because Charmed used to be, when it first started, it was about a lot of like Greek mythology and stuff like that. And then it switched over to the whole demons and the underworld and all of that stuff. They started really locking in on that. I liked it both ways. That's just like Sex in the City. Sex in the City changed. It was one way, and the show itself kind of flipped. The way the story was being told and the way the story went kind of flipped, and it was good both ways. But that's what Charmed reminded me of, the way that story flipped. See, I cried when Prue died. I couldn't get into Grimm. Me either, and I thought that I would, Gia. I thought that I would like Grimm, but I couldn't really mess with it. Same thing with I loved Vampire Diaries in the beginning. And then I fell out of love with it. There was another one with the brothers. Can't think of the name of it. There's another one. There's another show that was, I think it was CW too. Supernatural. Yes, Chantal, Supernatural. Lock Up to Catch a Predator. No, I didn't want to watch that. See, that show had me angry. I don't want to mess with that. The original started off really good too. Angel, I could watch, and my mother loved Angel. My mom loved Angel, and Angel kind of ran right into Buffy. Buffy and Angel kind of collided. My mother loved both of them. I was like, okay, I guess. They were all right. But my mother loved Angel and Buffy. She had watched every episode 900 times. Half and Half was funny. That was a funny show. Supernatural's deep. I'm watching Naomi now. I've been watching Naomi. It's all right. It's getting a little too alien like. I didn't watch Sons of Anarchy. I know what it is, but I didn't watch them. Hero was good at first. Is that the one with the soup? They're like superheroes. They're kind of like X-Men, sort of. I couldn't do X-Files. Again, that's too much extraterrestrial stuff. I love the X-Men too. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. No, I didn't watch DC Titans. Chet watches that. He's told me about them, and I was like, just sound like it was better as a cartoon. Is nobody to play with? Somebody asked if the Michelsons could beat the Cullen family from Twilight. Oh. I didn't watch Black Lightning. I never started that. Fifth Element was funny to me because of Chris Tucker. Corbin, my man. that and Plava Laguna. Other than that, the storyline and all that, too much alien shit for me. But Miss Plava gave the kids what they needed, Annie. Did you watch the animated X-Men Adventures? All of it, Miss C. My kids, actually, I bought it for the kids. I had actually found it on eBay. Somebody actually had recorded all of them, and I had purchased them on DVDs. They were like, there's actually like 70 episodes, and I have them all on the DVD. And me and my mother, the kids, I bought that for the kids. The kids didn't like it. They don't, neither one of them like X-Men. So me and my mother ended up watching them one day, watched all of it. And she's like, that was pretty damn good. And it's so funny because now that she's watched all of that, when the movies come out, my mother be like, that ain't how that went. I'll be like, oh God. But yeah, that animated series was really, really good. Did you watch Aretha? Aretha, you saw Aretha Franklin? I went to see Respect. I didn't watch anything else about Aretha Franklin. I went to see Respect. I waited to watch Respect with Jennifer Hudson. I didn't want to see any of the other ones. I'm very nosy, but them took me to my limit. It took 3 days to finish. I didn't watch Dawson's Creek. I know who they are, but I didn't watch them. I actually sat through Justice League 4 hours. Justice League is cool. You know, I hate I watch her, but I hate the new version of Wonder Woman. I really do. I really hate what they did to her. That rainstorm is coming here now. It's gray outside. Yeah, it's just well, it's going to get dark here, so that's that. But it stopped raining. Back to sleep. I'm the graveyard person later. Oh wow. Okay, V. Thank you for hanging out, baby. Yeah, I Respect was really good. I enjoyed it. I did not watch the Eternals. I completely forgot about it, actually. I didn't watch Gotham. And I tried that Batwoman. CW, they really play around a lot in that world, that comics world, but it just gets a little corny for me. Because again, you know, there's money. It's money. To create those special effects and stuff takes money, and be just a little too corny sometimes. I did not watch Prison Break, even though both the brothers was fine. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. And both of them brothers was fine. I was like, ooh. The 100 was good. Is that, wait, the 100, wasn't that Gladiators? That was the only role Jada Pinkett Smith was good at to me, other than that she can't act to me. As what, being Lena? Because Lena is Jada. Yeah, she don't knock me out as an actress. She cool. Remember the Claws series finale was pretty good. The only thing that was fun is Roller. Yeah, see, you know, I left Claws way back in the beginning. Fun fact, he won the one breaking, the other one out of prison is half black. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yes, he is. No, that was on CW. All seasons are on Netflix now. Okay. The 100. Trying to think. I think I covered everything on my list that I used to watch. And I'm sure there's more. Oh, Bewitched. I didn't say Bewitched. Bewitched is on there. I used to watch Bewitched. That ain't Samantha. She was a hot mess. Do you like any of the Tyler Perry shows? Ruthless Nope. 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 Ruthless. I did three episodes of Ruthless, and I was done. Bruh, I wouldn't even mess with because Sisters was such a flop. I wouldn't even mess with Bruh. I said, if Sister ain't that good, Bruh gonna be a mess. And you know, I've struggled through have and have nots, honey. We had our moments with the haves and the have nots. I'm struggling right now over there with my boy with this that Kings of Napa. Sisters is ugh. They got on my nerves with their stereotypical bull crap. drove me right up a wall, drove me right off the program. And then I was loving what's the one about the first family? And I left them alone too. The hell is the show? With the first lady that be fighting all the damn time. The Oval. The Oval. I had to let them go. P-Valley, I don't know if P-Valley's going to come back because they're in like a legal battle now with old Nikki Gilbert. Child, so I don't know. They probably need to come back to recoup some funds. What's going on, Diamond, honey? Yeah, that Oval, I can't get with that Oval, child. That Oval got too sick. They done killed grandma on the plane. I said, no, they ain't choked grandma out, honey. I said, oh, no. And nobody, see, that was too much killing that didn't nobody know. Now anybody noticed that you choked out the rich grandma. Choked her out, honey. Brought the plane on down, and it was getting to be too corny. James, do you do Spike Lee thing? Was hating when throwing shade at Tyler for dressing as a woman. I don't think he was hating. I think he just, he's a certain type of dude, and he just, that was that toxic masculinity thing biting him in his ass. That's all. Because Spike, I mean, there's a certain type of customer for Spike Lee because he talk in circles. Everything Spike Lee does except for when the levees broke. That was like my favorite Spike Lee joint is when the levees broke. Every other story, Spike Lee tells a story in circles. He talks in circles. He's like, he spends so much time trying to be deep. You be like, child, the movie's over. Did you see Trey Songz lawsuit? I saw it. They're going to get enough. Are they wrapped up filming next week? Okay, so yeah. Yeah, P-Valley, there was drama, so they need to do it, try to get some money for these lawsuits. It was good though. P-Valley was good. Spike is controversial. All his movies mirror each other. He was hating to me. Probably. That's, Tyler don't tell the story like he's supposed to tell the story. Tyler want to play around with the story. That's where me and Tyler be having a problem. But I love Lee Daniels. Because Lee Daniels just tells the story and then just get in trouble for it and don't worry about it. That's my type of shit. So you want to give her some coin and have her sell the iPay child. Listen, that's what need to happen. It was good. P-Valley was good. That was good and funny, and it had all the little stuff that we like going on, all the drama. Spike better be quiet. He's going to need Tyler Perry on stage sooner or later. Ciao. And again, that's the thing. Like, I don't think there's one. Well, other than when the levees broke, that's the only actual Spike Lee movie that I just love the movie. There's parts and pieces of Spike Lee's movies that I like. Parts and pieces. Like the Gamma Rays and Good and Bad Hair. The little dance numbers. Just sections, but the whole movie as a whole, no. No. It's too much, honey. You're talking in a circle, honey. You're getting on my nerves. But everybody like Good and Bad Hair, see if I care, Good and Bad Hair. We like all that, honey. We like a good old nasty piece of musical, honey. Malcolm X, I said no. I never watched Malcolm X. I didn't not like it. I never watched it. That prophetess grandma who she remembered of here in the reset. Y'all need to cut it out, honey. Have a good night, Blue. Ciao. I'm telling you, on Tales from the Hood, The whole movie was trash, except for when old boy said, I ain't bit more scared of no damn Nicholas or no goddamn voodoo bitch. That I said, are you serious right now? That was it for me. That one line in the movie, I said, not the voodoo bitch, honey, and the just out of order. Out of order. And I laughed and laughed and laughed. I couldn't tell you another thing about that movie, but that one line for me had me squalling. Squalling. No, I wasn't. Crooklyn, Jungle Fever. No, thank you. No, thank you. Did you watch, if you like the Levees, did you watch If the Creek Don't Rise? I didn't. Mm-mm. Nope, I did not. Jesus, for church. Yeah, Spike always put his foot in his mouth. Just do what you do and let Tyler do what he do, and everything be fine. I couldn't tell. I watched Crooklyn. I couldn't even tell you what it was about. It was one of them that just. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Okay. Versus, I lost track of time, child. Y'all know we in here vibing. I completely lost track of time. We good though. Low down dirty shame. See, low down dirty shame. I got nothing. What's that, Patty Betty? Yeah, I got nothing. Oh no, wait. Let me take this back. I did like I watched Girl 6. It was okay. And She's Gotta Have It. I did like She's Gotta Have It. I liked She's Gotta Have It. She's Gotta Have It had a artistic quality to it that I liked. So that's that. But I wasn't trying to go back and rewatch it. I thought that the series was pretty good. She's Gotta Have It. But the movie, She's Gotta Have It, the way it's filmed, and there's an artistic value to the way that's filmed. And I love black and white. I think black and white is so pretty. But there was an artistic value to it that I like. So there's that. And Girl 6 was just, okay, girl, I guess. But again, that was again telling a story in a circle. Hollywood Shuffle was funny. Robert Townsend is stupid. He's stupid. That shit was funny. What was that? What was the little skits that he used to do on his specials? Those specials he did were hilarious. And he would do the little soap opera skits. That shit was funny. No, I ain't did no CB4, child. See, y'all going down that other way. The Bold, the Black, and the Beautiful. There it go, Gia. That shit used to be funny. Now, those were funny. They were funny. I was like, oh my God. See, just being stupid. That stuff's funny to me. Thank you, Patty Betty. I didn't see Zola. I didn't watch Zola. Not yet. I liked House Party. House Party was cute. I mean, I grew up in the house party time. I didn't go to the house party. I didn't go to the house parties. And that's funny. Me and Gia, y'all see Gia Henderson. We went to school together. Me and her and Stacia, and y'all seen Carlene was in here earlier. Those are all my girlfriends from child way. Well, me and Gia actually went to everything from K all the way through. All the way through. Yeah. pretty much. I think we missed 2 years together when I was in Catholic school, but other than that, we were in school together the whole way. I think we missed middle school. Like we probably missed all of middle school, but then we was back in the same school again in high school. I love you too, darling. And now look, we're all grown up, honey, and all that stuff. But yeah, like I watched them as they all went to parties and you know, did all that cool stuff. She was one of the cool kids. Literally for high school and the whole 4 years, I did one extracurricular thing, and that was go to the prom. I didn't do any of this stuff. I didn't do any of this stuff. My life was different. My high school life was different. I just wanted that to be over with. Like high school was like, ugh. But I was doing other stuff. But I didn't. Yeah, the only extracurricular thing that I did was go to the prom, and it was a blast. It was a blast, and me and my prom date are still like really good friends too. Christy, that's my girl. Finally found Tiffany Haddish, and that's who's got you. I told you, Tiffany Haddish was so funny. She's much funnier stand-up than she is as an actress. When she was competing on there with Bill Bellamy with his cute little self, that shit was hilarious. When she was walking on her ankles, I was done. But everybody loved House Party, child. That was a move. That was a time, honey. I was like, okay. Let's see. I liked He Got Game. Class. Oh, and I love dance movies. You know, I love like Grease too. And shout out. Do you like Miss Pat? I've not watched it. And I think Maddie did a guest spot on Miss Pat, and I haven't watched it. You made your day's prom dress. I did. That's what it's, you know, she hit me up not that long ago, Jen, so she still got that dress. She still has that dress. I said, girl, well, go ahead, out with yourself. And I think that's it. My mom still has a pair of pajamas that I made her way back then. My mom still got those, but I don't have none of that stuff that I made from way back when. I'm sure probably a lot of my I know y'all do, G. I think probably some of my family members probably got some of their stuff. I know my one cousin, Gwen, she just wore, because she has tons of clothes, but she wore a dress that I made her, and I was shocked. I had forgot all about it. And then I was on Facebook, and I see she had went to something, and she had wore this dress that I made. It was her and I. We were out shopping, and it was something she was going to, and I was like, girl, forget that, child. Let's go take some coupons and go on over to the Joann's, honey. We went to Joann's and found this really interesting fabric, and I ended up doing this dress, and it turned out fabulous. And I don't think we didn't spend like $20, and she was sharp as shit in this dress, and had like perfect shoes, the Baptist suede shoes, and all of that. And I had noticed that she wore that dress to something, might have been last year. She had wore that dress, but I did the dress like way back. It had to be like over 10 or so years before, and the dress was still hitting. I forgot all about that dress until I seen that. Then I went back and I found the actual picture from when she actually wore it the first time. So yeah, I got some family members that still got some things that I did, but I don't have a lot of my stuff. I'll be giving shit away. I'll be giving clothes away. That's like I told y'all, somebody was calling herself saying something smart about something that I had made, and I had taken the outfit and had actually given it to a friend of mine. It was a lady friend of mine. I had given her that outfit. Child, nothing wrong with that outfit. They just run their mouth, talk crap. How to Be a Player. I remember How to Be a Player. I remember that movie. I'm about to knock the rest of my day out. Have a great day, Jen. You too, Jessica. You know, Jessica loves these type of conversations. She does. So when I do these type of lives, this is Jessica's type of live, just shooting the breeze and no real drama or anything like that. She likes to shoot in the breeze and the walks back through the past. I wasn't surprised to see Jessica pull up in here for this today. I knew she would enjoy herself. Giving clothes away. I'm a size 6. I do that, Shasha. I you know, not the ones that people always want, but sometimes I give stuff away. Pajamas. Yeah, I made that's the only thing my mom, well, because my mother, again, I haven't made my mother very many things over the years, Asia. I made her a pair of pajama. It's pajama bottoms. It ain't even got no top. They're pajama bottoms. It's pajama bottoms. And I made her a dress when her bestie got married, which is my brother's godmother, got married. And, you know, my mother's like, I ain't get dressed up. My mother don't do getting dressed up. She don't do going to parties. She don't into all that. But her bestie told her, she said, I'm getting married and you will be at the wedding. You ain't got to be in the wedding, but you will be at the wedding and you will be dressed up. So I made my mother's dress. That's the only time I ever made a dress for her. And I made that dress for the wedding. And that dress is still is in my brother's basement, honey. She's like, okay, done. Cleaned it up, honey, and hung it in plastic. It is still, that dress is still in the basement. Child, she can still fit it. But like, where's she going? It was a cute dress. It was a cute dress, child. I seen her in it when she left. Child, next time I seen it, it was cleaned up and hanging on a hanger, honey, in the basement. Like, she's over that. My mom's, she's an old, cool chick, honey. She's like, give me some blue jeans and a sweatshirt. And she preferred, her version of getting dressed up, she'd rather have like a suit, like a really sharp suit. Give her a suit and a pump and let her go, honey. She'd be like, okay, child. She ain't into all that frilly stuff. Hey, James, did you like Flip Wilson's Geraldine? He reminds me of you. Geraldine was okay. I don't know why that reminds you of me. I don't do comic relief. Comedy is like hard for me, especially when I drag, but I guess that's okay. But yeah, I like Flip Wilson's show. The Flip Wilson show was funny. And Geraldine, as his character, she was, I don't know, maybe it's the flip mouth stuff, because she's flipped. That mouth was terrible. Geraldine's mouth was horrible. I take clothes too. I'm a size 4. Right, Asia. I'm going to go and raid my closet right now and send you some clothes. I send you 3 items and you can make 20 outfits out of it. Her size 4. Girl, please. Child. You know good and well you can't wear nothing with this not so small back. That's all right, though. But yeah, I had to take care of my Asia. I'm going to send you something, though. I got it on. I'm going to send you something in your size 4. So you know it'll be special, and you'll be the only one. You'll be the only one. Well, nobody else be able to wear but you and my mannequin that's down in the basement. That's it. She bought a size 4 too. That's it. Will you ever try out for RuPaul's Drag Race? You will be. I've auditioned 4 times. Now here's a news flash. I've auditioned for RuPaul's Drag Race 4 times. 4. Because people get confused. They think I've done it like 900 times. And then some people think I only did it once or twice. I've auditioned 4 times. I don't know. Maybe. Gia, I don't know. But I get the emails and stuff when the auditions start. I always get my emails from Wild Presents and stuff to see if I want to do it. But I haven't done it in the last few years. You said you only known me to do it once. Yeah, no, I've done it 4 times. Yep, 4 times. I don't know. I don't know. And then that's the other thing is would I ever try for Project Runway? Because I considered trying out for Project Runway once, but then there was a job situation. I had to choose training for a job or going for a Project Runway. The job won. I went I went for the job. I missed it. What's the sandwich? The sandwich, Sassy, was grilled cheese, a grilled cheese sandwich with a piece of bologna made and peanut butter and jelly on top of it. So that was the weird sandwich. Grilled cheese with bologna and peanut butter and jelly. Get into it. And of course, you know, I didn't eat it all. Here's the other half, child. Wait, can you see it? But I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video of how I made the sandwich. And it's a challenge. So, Sassy, Sassy, you don't come on camera. But the challenge is to either make a sandwich that's weird or go to my new channel, my new food and fun channel, and put it in the comments when I do this. Because later on, like I said, I'm going to put a video up. It'll be there by the morning. A video of how I did the sandwich. And put in the, it's a challenge. So you can put the sandwich down, what your weird sandwich is, and we'll see if I can make the sandwich and eat. I'll come and do the thing since you don't come on camera. That's Sassafras, the Sassy Show. She comes on and clowns and carries on, but she don't come on film. She don't come on. Was the potted meat mentioned? Yes, I got your potted meat. Your potted meat and saltine crackers. I remember that from back in the day, child. Okay, I don't know if one of the girls is still here that could drop the, if they're not, what you could do, Sassy, on my community wall, baby, there is a link on my community wall. There's a video up there where you can hit it. The channel is called Are You Hungry? And you have to say it like that, Sassy. It's not, you can't just say it regular. The channel is Are You Hungry? It's the first channel that I know of that actually had merch before it actually became a channel. That is funny to me. That the channel actually had merchandise before it actually became a channel. Are you hungry, honey? Yes, God. Baby, listen. Go on over there to www.spillitboytv.com, honey, and get your Are You Hungry shirt today, honey. And make sure you go sub to the channel so you don't miss none of the fun, child. We're going to have fun over there. That's where all my little food videos and my version, my silly version of mukbang will end up on that channel. Thank you, Joshua. Yeah, that's where we're going to be having some fun, child. Instead of jelly, I use apple butter. I like apple butter, too. Apple butter is good. Child, I told you I was that was this whole laugh. I'm basically explaining from my past how old of a kid I was. I was always too grown. Always. Too smart in the mouth, too grown in the thought process, and I liked old stuff. My best friend is 10 years older than me. I didn't, I have friends from school like Gia and Carlene and all of that, but my bestie from when I was growing up, she was 10 years older than me. She's like a big sister. She's the sister that my mother didn't give me. But yeah, that was my girl, honey. She's transitioned. She's passed on, but child, it's my heart, honey. Go make us some oxtails. Who's us? Clark. Who is us? Who you speaking for, honey? And are you hungry? Don't answer that, Clark. Leave that alone. I actually do have chicken in the oven, though. I have some chicken breasts and chicken legs that I just decided I wanted to bake some chicken. I ain't do a video on it. I just said I want some baked chicken. And I got some, I was down at the store where I went live earlier and I had to get off. I was actually at the grocery store. I was in the parking lot of the grocery store when I got off live, and I went in and I found some, I didn't even plan to do it till I went in there. I went in there to get bread so I could do the challenge. And I copped me some chicken breasts. There's some nice sized chicken breasts, and they were on sale. And I grabbed them up and came up and cleaned them up and seasoned them up and threw them in the oven. Thank you, Asia. Thank you, darling. That is Asia from Brooklyn, honey. She is Supreme number one, honey. That's Supreme number one. Abby Reviews is Supreme number 3. And Really BTV is Supreme number 2. They keep the channel rolling smooth, baby. Yeah, they do. That's the girls, honey. And then you have your resident drama queen, Spilling Boy TV. Ciao. Now, listen. Thank you, Sass. Great minds think alike. You will understand why later. Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it. But I did the baked chicken, and I'm gonna do at some point. I'm gonna do some. I got a taste for some stuffing, so I might do that because I'm gonna do a quick version of stuffing. I ain't gonna do the whole make the cornbread and all. I'm going to do a quick version of stuffing. I'll actually be loading my cooking videos because I have cooking videos. I have a bunch of cooking videos. Like people will ask me about cooking videos. You saying I'm mahogany? Yes. Child, these people love me. Me, mahogany. That's my favorite movie. One of them. But I want to eventually load all of my cooking videos over there because they're kind of spread out. Because I've done it in segments. Like I have what you cooking or what you making. It was what you making, and it's gonna be pretty cool to get them all over onto one channel. Yeah, that'll be cool to get them all on one channel because you'll see like the video I loaded yesterday. One was a blast from the past where I did the oxtails. And then that's the other thing with my cooking channel. I don't always cook things the exact same way either. I don't. So, yeah, there's different versions of stuff. So I'll be doing that. But it's the timeline. The oxtails video I did, that was years ago. That was actually the infamous white furniture. That everybody's like talking about this white furniture. That's back when I had the white furniture. Child, that's a long time ago. But that was pretty cool to actually look at that video again. I was like, oh, I haven't seen this because I don't watch myself. Child, I create more content. I don't sit around and watch myself. Joshua James, will you ever do another story time video? My absolute favorite is when your pants melted. It was so funny and cute. Joshua, I actually, and my girlfriend Kima was in here. Kima's one of my good girlfriends as well. Kima had asked about me in story time. And story time, I'll never stop doing story time. It's just when I start. Story times always come from like a deja vu with me. It'll be something. It could be anything, like how me and Gia be vibing. It could be something that happened when we were kids, and it'll be triggered, and it'll trigger a deja vu. Then that's what brings on a story time. And that's kind of how that happens. So I'll never stop doing story time, but they are far and few in between because it's kind of a thing where I just get in the mood. And sometimes I'll get in the mood where I'll keep having deja vus, and then they'll come like this. And that's kind of where y'all got spoiled. Because when I did those ones about the pants and Po Mama, that was at a time in my life where they were just popping up. A lot of that happened after my cancer battle. So, the way life was kind of moving at that point when I was kind of almost up out of here, a lot of things kind of, when they say you see your life flash before your eye, there were times where a lot of that stuff would come flooding back, and you'd be like, oh, I remember when that happened, and stuff like that. So who knows? You never know, child. Quite an interesting being, I think. I can be. The story time when your homegirl stole your mac and cheese had me weak. I can't say that. I can't share. I was going to share something, Kevin. Just take it as a kiss on the forehead. I was going to share something with you. You almost worked me right into a little issue. See, that's what I tell you. Cute boys always get me into trouble because it just almost worked me right into an issue. So you just take that as a kiss on the forehead, Kevin. I'm gonna walk away from that whole comment. You almost got me in trouble. Yes, you did. You almost got me in trouble, honey. Look what I'm talking about. Spill it. I will not. Not at this juncture. Not at this now. That's gonna be a no. You have to settle for the kiss on the forehead. That's it. And look at Sassy. Messy is. Oh, baby. If I could tell y'all would gag. Y'all would gag. You would gag. Oh my God. Anyway, yes, that was a funny one. That was funny. I love all the story times, but poor mama once. Child, yes. Poor mama. She's hilarious. She was hilarious. The piece of macaroni left in the Right. I like in between pews. Actually, you know what, Gia? I don't know if I ever told you that's my mom's favorite of all the books. That is her favorite. That was her favorite. That was the one book that I almost didn't release. I was actually questioning. Can you imagine? I was questioning myself about it. I got it done. I was like, I don't know how I feel. And then I read through the whole book and I was like, no, I guess it's pretty good. And then my mom, I said, I don't think I'm gonna release it, Mommy. And she said, bring it to me. She said, bring it to me. She said, just bring all the files to me. And I took them to her on a flash drive and she read it and she came back and she was like, if you don't release that damn book and shut your goddamn face and quit playing these games, that of all is her favorite of all of them. And actually, I think it's the one that I think it would make a really cool play. Like I would definitely have to I would have to clean some things up. Like I couldn't, some of the verbiage and stuff. But I think the way that it's structured, I think it would make a really cool play. I do. I think it would be really cool as a play. I know people talking about please share. And bingo store. Child, there's always something going on down to the bingo hall, child. And it ain't all chipping and daubing, honey. There's always some mess going on down at the bingo hall. Listen, let me tell you something. I was at bingo one day last week and I thought something was getting ready to jump off. I said, oh, you are terrible. You are an old nasty piece of YouTuber to your heart, because the shit was getting ready to start popping off, right? Child, I took my phone and clicked on the record, put it in my pocket, child. I said, child, here we go. I ain't want to miss it because I thought it was getting ready to go real left, honey. I so. Child, I said, y'all going to be world star. I said, you need to stop that bull. Cut that out, honey. You know better than that. Child was ready. I was ready, honey. Sure was. Anyway, let me go ahead. I need to get on up out of here. It has been 2 hours and almost 45 minutes. I'm going to get on up out of here. I told you all, I had a feeling that this was going to be a fun live. I didn't know when or how it would actually turn, but I had a good time. I really did. So I'll thank you all for that. You wear many hats. You spill it and you clean it up. And I just love it. I do, child. I do. Sometimes I have to just clean. We did all that. I spilled some tea in here today. And I had to clean it up, honey. And I don't usually do that over here. But we had an old psychopath over here trying to bother the flow of what was going on. I was just trying to give the child a fair shake at whatever her issue was, and she just was acting a damn fool. You see, the only flying monkeys weren't the ones in the whiz. And on that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get on up out of here. I love you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out. It has been a blast. It actually turned out better than what I even thought it would. And listen, we have to do this again soon, very soon. So with that being said, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Later, y'all.
And feel like